What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Joining me as always, this little brother Jace. Bro Shot. How we doing tonight?
Doing well, brother. How's it going for you? How's your wallet feeling?
Check back next week. Yeah,
After Lyles Figure Files, it says it's hurting bad.
It's bad. So a whole lot of stuff is coming, and I forgot I left them down on the TV stand, but I did have stuff to report that I did get this week.
What happened?
I got stuff to report that I got in. And so I got Sinners on 4K, one of my favorite movies of this year. I got The Accountant 2, and I also got, which one? Because I have a few things in my cart that I'm like, hey, I need to get this one too. So I got those two. Oh, and I also got Trap. This is pretty good haul. $12.99 for
Trap, same place?
From Walmart? Yeah.
Oh.
So I have a huge sale on Blu-rays. Superman is $12.99 right now. And I'm waiting to see if they drop the price of Fantastic Four First Steps so I can add that one too. But yeah, a lot of good Blu-ray sales or 4K sales.
Amazon hasn't come out with their list. They said they're starting, I think, is next week. So I'm wondering if they're going to be the one that starts the Fantastic Four drop.
I mean, I got to quote Gwen Stefani here. What they waiting for? It's like, get this thing on with here. Let's do this thing.
Again, Black Friday used to be a sacred non-holiday of actually.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, it wasn't Trap. I got Working Man, and I have the Beekeeper and Trap in my cart along with Superman right now.
So, you didn't just pick up Superman?
Not yet. I'm really trying to do like the comic book thing, but I might need to just go ahead and get that locked up.
Because I mean, once you said they had done it, I think we talked last week about it, and you said they had it on sale, and then they raised it back. I'm like, we're not playing that. Because I had it in my Amazon cart, and I was like, okay, I'm sure they're gonna drop the price next week. I mean, for Black Friday, so it'll stay for was that 20 some odd dollars. I was like, I'm sure they're not gonna be crazy.
No,
you don't sell half as many Blu-rays as in 4Ks as they used to, but I'm sure they're gonna, get off their crap, and it'll at least be in the teens.
No. Let's say what's up to everybody here in the chat so far. Howdy, Snake Eyes. How you doing?
What's going on?
Jamila Parks. No jumping off in the chats tonight. Oh, no wonder. I'm in the vertical version. I forgot to change that for you all again. I did do it for Figure Files.
Oh, okay.
Oddly enough, there were more people watching on both, so it was weird. Royalty is here. King Collector, the king, is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up, King Collector? Whoa, why does the stream look like a TikTok?
All right,
what's up, Ryan Daly? Yeah, I do some dumb stuff. I forgot about the Beekeeper. That's one I wanted to see. I mean, it's the Jason Statham action movie. So going in, you know what it's about. And yes, he does keep some bees, but he also kicks butt. And his thing is wicked. I wrote the tagline. It's right there.
Yeah. That's an 80s action figure. I'm sorry, that's an 80s action movie. We're too PC for that. Ugh. You have to just say Beekeeper. You know what you're in for.
Exactly. This is what you came for. David Thanos. Oh no, the content is upside down now. What do you mean? Speaking of upside down, when does Stranger Things start? Is that Friday?
That is not Friday. It's next week.
Great. So you can be thankful for that. And I still have time to finish that. Speaking of finishing.
There we go.
I have finished everything that I needed to watch on Disney Plus this go round. So I was so ecstatic. I was like, yeah, I have my list. 4 episodes of Agatha all along to watch, finish. And this is when I'm pretty sure just a bunch of stuff that dropped all at once, and I was having to choose between one over another show to finish watching and review. And Agatha got left behind. You kept going, "Hey, don't forget Agatha all along," and still had those every week on my weekly to-do list. Write the reviews for the rest of Agatha all along, and I did it now because the curtain is closed. The Castle Drawbridge has gone up. My Disney Plus subscription is over.
The Mouse House is not getting your money.
Oh, it's closed. So,
oh man.
And so I got through those 4 pretty solid. Like they had 9 episodes, I think it was. Episode 7 was great. Episode 8 was pretty good, and I think they didn't need episode 9. It was one of those deals where their instinct should always be, how can we do this in 2 fewer episodes? I feel like for most of the Marvel shows, the exception of Daredevil and X-Men 97, they don't need to go as long as they do. It's like, we need to hit this mark of episodes, when really they don't need to, and they just need to wrap it up faster. Like that's where they should go.
Here's the weird thing, and again, watch my Smallville podcast, and it's like we used to get 22 episodes of a show every year without fail. It was 22, bang, bang, bang. You knew you were in for it. And yes, some of those episodes were fillers, but for the most, you kind of graded like, all right, the season, all right, is it long? As long as it's a B+ season, I'm good. With these Marvel shows, it's almost, how are you not able to hit great? Just great all around with 6 or 7 episodes. Because as Chief says, and we need to be watching Wednesday, and I hear that's great. And it's like some of the Netflix shows. Great. They have 6, 8 episodes, maybe 10. I don't think they ever get to 10. And it's Marvel. Why can't you guys do this? You have more source material than anybody. Even your filler episode should be, hey, how about a comic book just fall off the shelf and we happen to take some notes? Deal? Okay. Like, I don't get that. Like, and put this person as an executive producer and call it a day. I just don't get that.
What's up, Mark A? How are you? What's up, folks? David Thanos, RIP to Supernatural leaving Netflix.
What you say?
You act like you don't have it on Blu-ray.
I don't have season 13, and it's not available on Blu-ray, which really pissed me because I thought I had them all, but for some reason I don't have that one, and it's like, oh crap. No, it's either 13 or 14, which is really bad because it's like, oh, there's a lot of stuff that happens in that season.
Well, you did say leaving, so I guess you could still watch it if you need to.
Well, the fact that it's leaving Netflix, which sucks, but the Winchesters is on HBO Max, I wonder if it's going to switch to HBO Max.
Oh, interesting.
So.
Oh, it leaves December 17th.
I've already wrong, man.
And it will be removed from the service as a result of its licensing deal with Warner Brothers and CBS expiring.
Yeah, I think they had it for all of the Netflix shows. There is maybe like a 10-year deal with them after the series runs. I think I hear it's 5, but I feel like Supernatural's been off the air for longer than 5 years. But
way longer.
Yeah, so I think it's a hey, you get 10 years after it runs and it reverts back to the license holder, which in this case is Warner Brothers. That's how some of the other stuff was it Young Justice went from Netflix to then switched to Warner Brothers. So
exactly. Yeah. What's up, Michael Solis?
I know.
And David Thanos, exactly. You don't have to be at the whims of what they decide is going to be on and what's not. It's like, I don't care. I've got it and watch whenever. King Collector says that Supernatural animated series is good too. I had that complete series on DVD. Did you watch that?
Did not know that was a thing.
Oh, well, there you go.
I might have to find that.
So that was some news that I did not know. So I finished Agatha all along, and then there was one last thing that I needed to watch. And it has been an ongoing joke on this here podcast of ours for many a years. Jace, did you know the Inhumans, that abomination, just horrible idea, aired on ABC in 2017?
Wow.
It's a long time ago.
That is really, I mean, that's a long time. And also, I mean, it always makes me mad about that show because
that's what made you mad that it came out.
I mean, watching the show should make you mad. But it was, hey, why don't y'all lean into the Inhumans? No, they're just people. No, man, like absolutely not. Like use some of this budget you're obviously saving on storytelling. At least have the costumes right. But it was like, hey, you guys had a really good show in Agents of Shield. Like, did y'all not think to just port some of these guys and writers over? I just didn't see.
Look at what Jamlin says here for you, dude. Supernatural has been off the air for exactly 5 years. The last episode aired November 19th, 2020.
Wow,
now, that is a deep pull of great trivia,
man.
So Inhumans, man, their biggest problem was they tried to make the Inhumans Agents of Shield, like the fight scenes. And I did finally watch this series, not season finale of Inhumans, and gosh, in all that time, I was like, gosh, this is such a bad show. And it's just conceptually bad. The sets look awful. It made the Krypton sets look like Oscar award winning. And I think the Krypton sets look bad. They just recycle them in every scene. Hey guys, let's go to the hallway.
Hey,
and this
we're having a fight. It's in this hallway. Yeah. All right. You're going to turn that corner and then come back to this starting plot and then just run it again.
We'll change the lights and make it green, but no one will know.
Yeah,
but we did.
We got special effects. So once you come back again, we're going to change that red wall to blue, and that's the wall you don't hit.
Any questions?
All right.
Yeah, it was. But man, Inhumans was so bad. I felt bad for Serinda Swan because she was the only one who was actually like trying to act. She's like, this is my big break. No, it's not.
Yo, I mean, she's like, hey, I got to cut my hair for this. She's like, I will go all in. Hey, y'all see, I mean, anybody who saw me from Smallville, I got long hair. Hey, I want this to work. I will do it. But
always, let's do that. Yeah.
I mean, but that was so bad. I mean, because it was so bad that I almost didn't think Aniston, Black Bolt was any good in anything. I'm like, seriously, this guy, come on. And then he goes in, was it Doctor Strange? I don't have to say a word. I'm Black Bolt. I got the freaking costume on. How is this freaking hard?
And then they completely punked him out. But whatever. But man, that show is. It almost feels like it was before the MCU. How bad it was. It was like, oh, let's do a show on these characters. Let's move them to Hawaii. What in the world?
Why?
So many bad ideas.
Like, if just somebody to say, hey, I want to do a show in Hawaii. Why? Dude, they're not. It's Disney. They won't even care. Just say we have to do it in Hawaii. Okay? Jeez.
It was awful. And there's a scene where Medusa and the rest of the royal family are addressing the Inhumans, and it really looked like there were 30 people. What are you saying? Oh man, it was so bad. And it was. I messed up from not just watching it 2017 because there are a lot of really good stuff that happened since that point. I mean, this is pre-Infinity War, Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok, Endgame. I'm like, why did I wait till now to watch this train wreck? It's even worse now.
Just think about that. The fact that came out before Infinity Wars, which makes no sense why you don't fold in the.
It was just one war.
It's like, why couldn't you have folded those in? Yes, they did not work as TV series characters, but you got them under contract. Just throw them in. You don't have to. You can even just have some of them just fading away into dust. Like, I didn't get some. I mean, I didn't get that.
If you're gonna work a TV show into it, you needed to put Agents of Shield. No one would have been upset about not seeing Inhumans.
I mean, because here's the thing, and that thing in Humans. I'm sorry, I loved how Agents of Shield said, "Hey, we will go with what you're doing, but if you're not including us, we're not getting rid of any of our characters to help you guys out. Like to look like we're still working with you. Like we mentioned everything that's going on, but Thanos is a thing. But yeah, we're not wiping out any of our characters to go with what you guys need done." Which I appreciated.
But not doing that, huh?
There was plenty. I mean, you could have had them where Nick Fury and Maria Hill are driving around. You could have had Daisy or somebody just be in the back in the truck, drop it out right quick. I mean, it's lame. I hope that when they come back with actually making Marvel movies, they decide, hey, yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was cool. We should bring him back in.
Hopefully. So there's that. And after I wrote my review, I was feeling pretty satisfied. Like, mission complete and hours to go. I'm solid. I did the thing. And my wife and I were watching The Voice. And we tend to watch that show in like batches. So it's just one of those deals where it's like, all right, let's watch one season, because what we found over the years is that it's a really good show when the coaches are trying to beg the people to get onto their teams. They're pleading, hey, I've got chicken nuggets. I've got this chain. I've got this cool jersey. And that's fun when they decide what coach they want to be on. And then when they do the battle rounds going against each other, the coach chooses one. Will I save this one? Oh, I'm going to steal your player. That's exciting. But like most things, it gets a little dicey when they let America start to vote. And then the problems start. And we're at this point of it, and I'm like, this is where it starts to not be great. And while I'm fast forwarding through the commercials, I see a commercial for Skeleton Crew. And I'm like, oh, right. Skeleton Crew. I forgot. I did not finish that one either. And so I promptly put Disney Plus back on again. Not, I didn't have to delete or anything. I just went back to it and finished watching Skeleton Crew. And I did not hate that. And again, I think it was just lost in the fog with so much stuff. And so I watched the final 3 episodes, and Jude Law was doing some heavy lifting on that show. I was like, and the final batch of episodes, I was like, man, this guy's great. I need to go get the Black Series action figure of him at Ross because it's cheap. And so if I see him again, then I'm going to track him down, because I was like,
you're going to get Smee?
What did you say?
You're going to get Smee? Smee? The robot.
No. When you said Smee, I thought you were talking about Alien Earth. That's why I was like, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's what you looked at me like. What?
I did.
He actually has the name of one of the Lost.
Yeah.
What was it? Not the Lost Boy, but Captain Hook. Yeah.
Lost Boys never lose it. Wow, boys. All right. So, and I really liked how they wrapped it up. The season finale was kind of funny because it really felt like Skeleton Crew now at Disney Parks, Isle of Adventure. And it's like, boy, y'all are just like, here, we're shamelessly making this ride in front of you. And then you can thrill to the experience later. But I thought that was fine. And I liked it. I was like, oh man, why had they not done a second season of Skeleton Crew? Was it like poorly received by everyone? Because I felt like most people who understood what it was, it's not about your Jedi and your Sith and no Skywalkers here. It's just Goonies and Star Wars. And we'll throw a lightsaber in there just for you.
I think really we're kind of, because when that show was released, there was a lot of content out. And this would have been the time actually to release Skeleton Crew, because it's something to do. It's something new on Disney Plus, but they didn't. Oh, we're going to be fine. Everybody will love our content for years and years to come. But that was a mistake, because it was once you got over the idea, hey, this may not be for your age bracket, but if you can go in there with it, just, hey, I want to see some content. It's fun. I think that's where I enjoyed it because it was like, yeah, it's not. I'm not truly the target age bracket. I'm not the 12-year-old kid that would really feel like he was part of the crew, but it's still.
8-year-old,
It's like, oh,
12
this
would
is
think they're
fun.
so cool, and 12-year-olds would be busy going 6, 7,
Oh gosh, I forgot you have to actually deal with that.
Oh my
I
gosh!
forgot.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
Wow, 6, 6, 7. No.
I'm not like it's fun because if somebody said like, yeah, they're obnoxious with this, but remember there was a time we were out with was it Rick James, Dave Chappelle? Yeah, we were kind of obnoxious too.
That's totally different. Sesame Street is going to do the Lord's work in this trend. There's only one person, of course you can't see, who has the power of 6'7", who's known the power of 6'7" since the beginning. Love it. Now that's Sesame Street being on top of a trend and hopefully killing it. Go Sesame Street, y'all rock.
The only way to truly kill this is to have, I mean, I know it's to have somebody like Chuck Schumer say, I don't know, 6, 7. Like you need somebody old, just like, and now the ship is sailed. Like, yeah, just come on, do it.
Mark A says, I think the humans put me to sleep by like the second episode, which is too many. Yeah. They made so many mistakes right away. Let's cut Medusa's hair. Why? I mean, it was a bad wig. Admit it. But fix it. Do better.
I mean, like, oh, that's gonna be the thing.
Jamelin, absolutely.
Because when they introduced Karnak, it was, oh, okay. Like, I'm glad, Miles is getting some work. But then I saw what the costume's like. Come on, y'all couldn't do this costume? Like, come on. Like, there were so many just basic ones they didn't do. I mean, Lockjaw was probably the coolest thing in the show.
Yeah. Jamelin, I love the voice until America votes. Dude, there is just such a buzzkill moment when it's time for America to decide their fate. It's like, like every episode, it's like time for the instant save. And it's like, well, clearly they're going to pick the talented one whose voice didn't crack during this moment. Nope. Okay, great. America, you do it again.
Is it usually who's the prettiest one?
No, it's just, I don't know. They decide some rando singer. I mean, and clearly I'm not on The Voice, so I can only critique singing so much. But it's like, why would you choose this person over these others who are clearly more talented? Yeah, all of this stuff is perfectly fine. It's just, I feel like as an older person, and I can own it, I don't want to know what trend y'all are doing. Like, I'm cool. Do your thing. Enjoy it. I mean, what up? I mean, I've been there. Yeah. You keep it with you. I'm perfectly fine saying, yeah, and all that stuff from back when it was cool to me. And Jeff, your reaction to 6, 7 is why they do it. And then I started going 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They don't like that, which I do like.
Oh, God.
No, Mr. Loud.
Oh, you found the kryptonite? Oh. I'm sure you're just so tickled. Like, oh, you don't like that.
Check. Rick Cage. What's up, my friend? How are you? David Thanos. I am saving yours. So yeah, that was all the stuff. So I have officially caught everything that I had to see on Disney Plus. I'm sure there's going to be more things where I remember, oh, I should have watched that. And then when I get my month subscription to it, that's when I watch it. It won't be for Wonder Man. It'll probably be in the summer when they get X-Men 97. No, Daredevil in March. Yeah.
I mean, that's the real thing is because I sent you the text that Disney Plus said, hey, your credit card's about to be expired. I'm like, oh, so it means you're not going to be able to pay me. I'm not going to be able to pay you. Oh, so sad. So I don't have to even do work to cancel you. But it's I got to remember, it's like, hey, if they put Daredevil on Blu-ray, I would not have even bother with you guys, but I know it's going to take forever. So it's just call me when Daredevil comes, call me when X-Men, and you guys, after that, there's no content that I want to buy after that. So good luck. No, okay, Jeff. was it not Visions, but I Wakanda, was that worth watching?
It's 4 episodes. You can watch that quick enough.
Yeah, but I don't feel like doing stuff.
No, it was worth watching. I thought it was cool. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, yay, more Black Panther stuff without Black Panther. Hey, but I mean, it's fine for what it is. I thought they did a good job in making it something where they could do another season, and I would be interested in watching it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, are
So
you doing a show next week, or are you doing Finger Files on Wednesday?
I mean, it's only 8:32. Y'all are like, let's get to the main topic. I've got to get to sleep. Hey, what about next week? Patience, my young friend.
Okay.
It'll all be revealed in time. Let's see. So, Jamelin, for this week's topic, are we course correcting in real time or going back in time to fix mistakes? You can do whichever you choose. So it's wide open.
Okay.
Couple things. So Wicked for Good comes out this week or Friday. And if you want to go to the movie theater and see a bunch of people cosplaying as Elphaba and Glinda, there you go. Friday will be fun. It's projected to make 150 million, so it should have the highest opening of the year. We'll see if it beats out, what was that, Lilo and Stitch in Minecraft movie. Maybe not a Minecraft movie, but it probably will end up being the highest grossing film of the year. Did you see the first Wicked? Man.
No, Cube. I did not see that. I think it's on Amazon, and this is probably one of the weekends I probably will watch it.
It's not on Disney Plus. No, it's Universal, right? Yeah.
I mean, I have to. I mean, I don't have Disney Plus on my TV. I have it on my Apple TV, so that means I have to connect it to a whole nother cord, and then turn on a whole nother remote, and it's just like, nah, I'm good.
That sounds like too much work.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, when I actually would want to watch stuff, yeah, it's easy. But like X-Men '97, yeah, no problem. But that's why I have not watched any of this stuff. I mean, Star Wars Visions or any of this stuff. But yeah,
I shouldn't have put that up, King Collector. He might stop podcasting so he can watch it.
I know, I can turn it on. I got screen right above me. But
They've got some good songs.
Yeah, I mean, it looks. I mean, the funny thing is, it's Wicked. It looks. I mean, it's Wizard of Oz like reimagined. Like it's been. I mean, I remember being in Vegas when they were doing the show, the theater. I mean, yeah, like the live action joint. And it's been. I mean, it's
you mean the Broadway play version?
Yeah, I mean, yes, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was like, what's it called? But yeah, it's been around for 20 years. People love it. I'm not thinking all of them are crazy, so I'm gonna check it out. What was that last comment, Jeff?
Supernatural is immortal. They made a pact of crossroads, Crowley and Castiel God.
They definitely talked to Crowley on that way.
And Jamelin says, I love the stage play. I've seen it a few times. I enjoyed the first movie well enough, but I was dating someone then. I'm actually not super excited for this one. Now, so in the Rotten Tomatoes reviews, this is one I'm like, they're going to send a screener because they want to push it for the end of the year. So I'll watch it then. I'm not as huge a Wicked fan that I've got to see it in IMAX. I'll see it.
But
hold on. So from loving the stage play, I'm noticing that a lot of people in the reviews, the early reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, are saying they shouldn't have made it 2 films. They should have just done one, and whatever magic was in the first one is not quite there, but Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande are good. So is it a case where the second half of the play is just not as good, or what? Let me know. All right, so go ahead, bro shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say for you, especially when it comes to Wicked, you're better served to watch it on your TV because I think the screeners aren't usually as good a quality. And that if you've looked at commercials for Wicked, it looks like it has really good cinematography, really good colors. I'm sure it's going to knock out some big movie, some superhero movie, saying, "Yeah, this is what we're going to give best cinematography to The Wicked. Just to give it some credibility. Your superhero movies, yeah, we know we don't love those things.
All right, on the spot, what superhero movie would you give best cinematography to?
Superman.
The cinematography?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, again, I want Superman to have some awards. I want that to be oh yeah, it was good. I mean, like, give it some credibility. If whatever it is, like if it's sound mixing, I don't care. Just give it some awards. This is a good movie.
All right. I don't want to say you're gonna be disappointed.
What?
I would go for visual effects for Fantastic Four First Steps. Because I thought they did really cool stuff when they went to see Galactus. Like,
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Yeah.
So that would have put that over that one.
Hmm.
Michael Solis, my daughter put me on that movie. She left and everyone else in the house watched it. It's a wicked good movie. And I love a wicked good pun. That's good stuff. Am I going to see Avatar Fire and Ash? Well, now that Disney Plus is done, I haven't seen the second one. I'm sure I will because the 3D looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure I can catch up after I read online. The King Collector says The Wiz in its own right is an original. I'm with you.
Yeah.
How did my best agents get turned into some flying monkeys? I understood that reference. It's one of the best eye rolls in movies. Oh wow, The Wiz is the first movie you saw? That's cool. I love that movie.
Oh. Was that the one Chief was saying he hates?
You have to be more specific. The movie the Chief said he hates. Sorry, it's like there's so many options right now. I have no idea. Let's ask them next week. Okay. So we've got that 150. So Wicked should rule the roost at the box office. Let's see here. What was this one? Oh, so Christian Bale is circling Heat 2. So it might be Christian Bale against Leonardo DiCaprio. If that is indeed what's going down, I'm all set. I'm ready for Heat 2 now. How about you?
So it's going to be Leonardo DiCaprio, Christian Bale. It's like Bradley Cooper in that thing too. Because I thought I heard him.
Okay. Would you rather have Christian Bale or Bradley Cooper?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what it. I mean,
because which side would you want him on?
Here's. I mean, like Bradley Cooper, you're going to want him on the cop side. Because I mean, I mean, after watching Den of Thieves, it's like, yeah, I need like kind of like my one dirty cop, like, and I think he could play that pretty good.
Did you say dirty pop?
Dirty pop. Yes, of course. NSYNC also had proof. But I mean, I'm kind of, I don't dislike any of Leonardo DiCaprio's movies, so it's possible I'm going to go see it, but I'm still just, what are you going to do in this movie?
Really, if they just did a new version of Al Pacino and Robert De Niro with two great actors now and a crew of great cops and a crew of great thieves, that's one where even if it's like a remake of Heat, I would still watch it.
Oh, okay.
It really depended on the leads though. And Leo and Bale, that works for me in terms of like who we got facing off against each other. It's not Pacino and De Niro. And the big lore of Heat was watching these two icons face off on the same screen at the same time. That was awesome.
Yeah,
we can't replicate that, but we can do some cool stuff.
Okay. So I just watched The Town for, I don't know, the first time in years. And I'm like, I really saw like very similarities to Heat. I'm like, this is not Heat, but it is really good. I mean, it's very close. So I'm just like, okay, what new thing can you do to make Heat? I mean, Heat 2, because it can't be a rehash. Like, so. I mean, because my thing is, I'm almost, if you wanted to have, I don't know, like Leonardo play Val Kilmer, who got away after years and, you know, created a crew, like, okay, like, I mean, if you do that, I'm probably more down with it than just a crew and, you know, really good cops, you know.
I think the issue is I'd rather see the original cast if we're going to go that route, but they're too old, and maybe have Al Pacino show up as the expert cop that's brought in to help out whoever needs the assistance. I so I feel like Christian Bale could be like the Chris, the younger one on that one. Or I mean, there's a lot of different ways. I feel like the cast was important for this. And it sounds like with those two as the leads and you throwing Bradley Cooper, that's cool.
Yeah.
Either way, it's gonna work for me.
Yeah. Okay.
They could probably even do a theatrical play of Heat, like they often do with some of those older movies like Glengarry. I think it'll be solid. King Collector. There's another one I call the Tin Man that I wanted to watch, but couldn't keep my attention. Is that a cartoon one? I feel like maybe I remember that one. All right, so that's that. I'm looking forward to it. You're kind of like, whatever.
We'll see what happens. I mean, that's why it's easy. Give me on a trailer. Because it's being directed by Michael Mann, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So see what the trailer does.
So there's a new Toy Story coming, Toy Story 5. Director Andrew Stanton is having to fend off some concerns or worries from fans going, "You're ruining the franchise. Don't make another one." I thought Toy Story 4 was perfectly good and entertaining. Nothing is going to top that ending to Toy Story 3, but I enjoyed Toy Story 4, and they're doing the 5th one, and the villain on this one is a tablet because they want to talk about how no one plays with toys anymore. And I kind of like that idea. That sounds like something is fun. So I'm really like, oh, that could be really interesting. Stan said, technology has changed everybody's life, but we're asking what that means for us and to our kids. We can't just get away with making tech the villain. But I think it will be. So, what do you think about that one?
I love Toy Story 3's ending. I thought Toy Story 4 was really good. This is one of those. When I think you've gone too far and you still prove that you can make good things, I'm gonna watch the next one too. Because once you have that track record of I make good stuff, even when you think it's the money grab, it's like no, I think we can. I mean, the fact they're coming back is like no, we think we have a good story to tell. I'm more interested in that than probably Heat 2.
Okay. Michael Solis wants to know how many toy stores can you make? Not enough. After Toys R Us closed down, my life has not been the same. In terms of Toy Story, yeah, I know, playing. But Toy Story, I think this is another smart way for them to go. Because I mean, gosh, like we have nephews, of course, because we don't have nephews, but we have play nephews, and the shift from how fast they went from, hey, yes, get us these figures and toys to get us Legos to, hey, Uncle Jeff, you just give me a gift card, that'd be cool. Like, oh, no fun. So I want to see what they do with this because I've stopped collecting toys a while ago, but I'm curious to see what other people would. No, it's not working. Anyway, so I think it'll be fun. The Toy Story Christmas special was really good too. Exactly. Can't believe anyone is hating on Toy Story. Yeah, King Collector. I mean, they've been good. And until they mess up, then I'm like, you made one too many.
Yeah.
But they've been riding fine so far. Jangler Park. Speaking of toy stores, does everyone here know about Retro Robo Toys? That is a solid bit of plugging, my friend. So Retro Robo Toys is a proud sponsor of Lyle's Figure Files, which you can watch tomorrow. But Retro Robo Toys does amazing work and definitely a huge friend of the whole Lyle's Everything Network. And you can get all kinds of cool stuff right now. He's got new arrivals, including the retro Joe Trooper Classified Series Bat. Tons of anime stuff. Naruto, Chainsaw Man. Let's see. Jujutsu Kaisen, which I don't know clearly because I'm butchering the pronunciation,
Oh,
but lots of stuff up. So check it out. And Retro Robo Toys has let me know what the sales are for Black Friday, and I think you all will be excited. I will not steal his thunder, so check it out real soon. King Collector, right, Jeff? My nephews are the same way. Right, it is like so fast. It's crazy. I saw Wetsuit in my pile of loot today. Nice. Yes, I'm so looking forward to getting those 3. So let's see where was I at next. Where do I want to go? It's 8:47. I gotta make sure I do this perfectly straight. All right, so Amazon has launched an AI-powered series recap video. So this way, if you are like me and you've totally forgotten, oh yeah, Inhumans 2017, it's 2025. I'm watching it now. What happened? They're gonna have this thing set up so you can figure out what you've missed just that fast. What do you think?
No. I would say I'm not going to elaborate, but no. Go back. I mean, just like a video game. I mean, yes, you haven't played it in a month, and I mean, for me, it's probably 3 or 4 months, and you need a little. Okay, what was the story again? But if it's been too long, half the fun. A recap doesn't get you in the emotion like, hey, here's what this story was really about. Because just like Supernatural, if I gave you the recap of what Supernatural was and then put you in season 15, you wouldn't know you wouldn't understand half the jokes, half the people you're going to see, and the actual emotion of when some of these people come and go in the series. You're like, no, that was my dude from season 1. Like, you're not going to feel that. So having the AI recap is like, no, just put in the work and enjoy the time. Be able to talk to your fellow man or woman about something you enjoy and not have a computer spoon feed you the emotions you should have when you actually should be enjoying yourself.
Yeah. So I didn't care until I kept reading and saw that they're going to have a voiceover narration and dialogue snippets. The dialogue snippets I don't care about, but the voiceover narration feels like something that somebody could have gotten paid for. It's not a computer. And it's just one of those things where it's like, it's my whole beef with AI is just like, how can we get rid of more people and make less people work? And that's my whole issue with it. It's not like, hey, let's use the AI to help our 100,000 workers. It's like, hey, can we use AI to make our workforce 50,000 people? That's my issue with it.
Yeah, I mean, because I know you tell the story about the bank people, but that was always kind of mine. Hey, you can deposit that online. Would you like to work? Because I'm trying to keep you employed. And
while you say that, so you watched the wallet one, and people were amazingly helpful. They were like, no, Jeff, the Capital One line is what's in your wallet. And I'm like, yes, I go to Capital One. That's my bank. And that bank, there's so many that got closed down after people started doing all their banking online. So there are like 3 in the area now, where it used to be 25 or 30. Now I have to work to go to the bank. And I'm like, this trickle down thing screws all of us over. And maybe it won't for something like a video streaming platform with a bunch of commercials. But I'm just like, yeah, thanks. I'm fine having people work, you know?
I mean, because I'm one of them people. Unless I have one item in my cart in the grocery store, I'm going to the person. And it's like, because I want to see. Hell, my first job was working at a grocery store, and there was 10 cashiers all working. Now you go into most of them, it's 2 or 3 in the lines extra long, pissing you off. Like, why isn't somebody working? Because of the self-checkout line. That's why. Like, it's being targeted all of them. So,
well, if you go to Target before 10 o'clock, they aren't open. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a joke about it, and it's everybody who's invested in the stock market and everybody. I mean, if you're invested in AI companies, I'm not gonna. I while we were talking, I just happened to look at one of my stocks. I'm like, wow, that went up $500 today. Yeah, of course. Like, because that's the crap that all they have to do is just we announce our earnings, we make a whole crap load of money. But as all them folks from Facebook and all them sites see, oh yeah, well your job just got replaced by AI. Thanks for training you. Good job. I'm very. I mean, anything that has a component where it's taking a job from somebody is it's lame. There's not going to be some universal basic income that's going to come to everybody who was displaced by these companies. They're going to keep the job. They're going to give it to their shareholders and say, "Sucks to be you guys." So, always, I'm always bad on that. Like unless you're curing cancer, get lost.
Which is weird because you said one of your stocks is using AI.
I mean, again, I need money.
Apparently, you're not the only one, Jalen, that doesn't have any shame. All right. Jalen also said AI is a tool to help us do challenging tasks. Sure. AI to replace creators and homogenize art so that the rich can get richer. Stupid. Yes.
What was the thing you sent me that basically was it Marvel got called out? Basically,
no, Disney's right. Doing AI. I'm like, how and why? This is the worst. I mean, but there's so many. I feel like I've not seen a lot of examples where, AI makes sense here. This is a good use for it. It's, yeah, we've managed to cut down some of our workforce because they can do this thing. And Tech Bro number 92, he can go take some more photos on his 12th yacht as he's going to his 19th luxury home. And y'all can go, ooh, so cool. No, not gonna do that. All right, so that's that. So no to the AI series recap. Just watch the show. The AARP, which has now decided, hey guy, welcome to the club. And I'm like, have put out their nominees for movies for grown-ups for their best picture nominees. So let me go to these nominees. All right, here you go.
Cool.
Ready?
Go ahead.
All right, let's see if you have any interest in watching these movies. I'm not going to run through all of the nominees, but all the categories. Okay. Let's just go with the best picture, best movie for grown-ups. Hamnet, A House of Dynamite, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams.
Okay. Sinners.
Let's see.
Sinners an easy one. I'm sorry, people. I asked you guys to do some homework for me. Has anyone seen House of Dynamite? And if you haven't, please go see it. Just so you can see, I was not a fan of an aspect of the movie. Others on various critics say it was a really good movie. I would just like to see if I mean, I know I'm not wrong, but I would just like to hear other opinions on this movie, other than that was one of the most frustrating endings you'll ever watch in a movie.
Oh, there you go. All right, so best actress, Laura Dern. Is this thing on? Jodie Foster, A Private Life. Lucy Liu, Rosemead. Julia Roberts, After the Hunt. In June Squibb, Eleanor the Great. Best actor, George Clooney, Jake Kelly. Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Joel Edgerton, Train Dreams. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. And Dwayne The Rock says Johnson, The Smashing Machine.
Okay,
so
Jeff,
there you go.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
To be eligible for the AARP awards, does it mean you have to be over the age of 40 to be in these movies?
I'm looking really quickly, and it looks like that might be the case.
Because, like, I'm starting to see a trend here.
Well, I mean, in full fairness, they have a greater variety of movies than I would have expected. So let me just zoom over to Best Supporting Actress because this one is interesting. Regina Hall, One Battle After Another, not that one. Amy Madigan, Weapons. I wouldn't think that would be something that would be. Oh, let me watch that one. Helen Mirren, Goodbye June. Gwyneth Paltrow, Marty Supreme, and Snake Eyes. You're gonna love this one. Sigourney Weaver, Avatar, Fire and Ash. How is that possible? It's not even December. So
Wait,
Mr.
Chuck,
Anime.
Chuck,
Yeah.
but they don't announce awards that no one's actually seen before. What are you talking about? Chuck, come on. That must be a
Silly,
typo.
silly me. Yeah. So best ensemble, I think this one is going to be a fun category that I have to decide on as well. A House of Dynamite, Jay Kelly, Nuremberg, One Battle After Another, Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery.
I want to
So
see
that one
Nuremberg.
I think will be fun.
I want to see Nuremberg.
There you go.
Like that's one that is like, yeah, I don't know if I would go see that in theaters, but that may be one of those. When they put it on video on demand later on, I'm probably gonna watch that.
I think these are basically saying if you don't like these loud car chase movies, explosive action, babes, booze, and muscles, unlike Smash Machine, come
Well,
watch these movies.
but Avatar doesn't clear that bar.
I
I mean, again, I think it's you have to be main actors or actresses have to be in their 50s, and that's a starting barometer for anything.
King Collector. I saw some AI Star Wars stuff that looks great. Yeah. I've enjoyed seeing some of this, and I'm really like, oh, that's pretty cool because I feel like I'm not gonna see that elsewhere. I'll get to that later though.
Okay, if AI, I mean, and this is one of those things, AI in a storytelling capacity because no one else is touching it is fine. Again, that's when AI, when it's taking away from something that somebody's doing, it pisses me off. When it is being utilized, because I don't want. What is it? Skywalker stories. Those have been really good. I mean, it's 3-minute videos or like 5 minutes. It's been really good. But because this is something in Star Wars we never talked about. Oh, cool, that's fun. Or something that Disney, because in our infinite wisdom, we're getting rid of the extended universe. We're not going to admit that happened. Like that's the fun stuff. But yeah, all bad.
Chamberlain, tell me what you're going for. All right, let's see. So that's that. And I think I'm caught up to all the news. Great. Now, Tom Cruise finally received something that he has not all this time in his career, and much like other actors who were denied for ridiculous amounts of time, he finally got his Oscar, and it is just like amazing to me. I mean, he's done movies where he should have gotten an Oscar. He's one of the biggest movie stars ever. He's still one of the biggest movie stars ever. And so he got his honorary Oscar at the annual Governor's Award in Hollywood. And he also, he was just like, making films is not what I do. It is who I am. And he's a 4-time Oscar nominee. I mean, it's like, why does he have to keep going through these hoops? Just give him an Oscar, call it a day. Because there's several. If you just went through the winners of this stuff, it's like, this guy's never worked again. This is the greatest thing he's ever done. He's never done anything else. Then you have people who are carrying Hollywood, like Tom Cruise with Maverick, where it's like, come back to the theaters. I've got a movie that's worth seeing in the big screen. And he's just sitting there chilling. Also, watching the post stuff where he was shouting out his fellow nominees, what he said to Debbie Allen was really cool. And then there are videos of him chilling with Norm Nixon and Debbie Allen dancing. I'm like, man, come through to the cookout, Tom.
It's funny because just watching that.
I got you.
It's one of those. I was because he was born on the 4th of July. He's not a serious actor. It's like, but you don't understand. You need this dude. You're gonna. He'd already given you Top Gun, Cocktails, and then he's giving you this dramatic turn. You should have been like, hey, if he's broadening his range, that's all we need to justify him because he's already getting he's making 20 mil. He doesn't even make 20 million a picture. He's an executive producer. So he's betting on himself. Like, I make a movie. I know how much money I'm coming in with. I don't have to worry about it. I'm coming out with bank, and so are you, movie theater.
All right, let's see. I wanted to see where he was nominated. Best actor. Which one do you want to guess of the two?
It's born on 4th of July.
All right, that one, Jerry Maguire. Best Supporting Actor for Magnolia, and Best Picture for Top Gun Maverick. It's just like, why, and why?
Who won Best Picture that year? Maverick didn't win. And with all shade to it, like
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Okay, I own that movie. I enjoyed that movie. But Hollywood has this aversion to, I mean, these award shows is make the movie that's probably going to be around and you're going to show in the trailers longer. Maverick is going to be there. I mean, everything and everywhere will have some scenes, but people won't even know what half of it is. I think, and Eddie is probably going to get that one because he should have got one for, what was it, Best Supporting Actor for Dreamgirls? It was like, no, Eddie Murphy makes this, give him the daggone awards. Like, it doesn't matter who else is in the category. Eddie has kept us in business. Like, stop making all these jokes. Like, I mean, he can make jokes. You can't. You guys are making yourselves look like jokes for not giving this dude an award. Like, stop it. Like, I mean, because like did Samuel L. Jackson get one of the honorary awards? Because it's almost like the Hollywood. I mean, the Oscars is basically like we're giving out honorary awards because we need these people to actually be able to vote in the Oscar awards because they haven't been. But we're sending it out to Joe Pardue, who hasn't been in Hollywood in like 75 years. I mean, I know he's been 20 years or so. But it's like, come on, these guys are everywhere, every award show, they're here because if they're here, we got somebody A-list to show on the camera. So come on.
Yeah, A-list. He's been nominated once, and I bet you know which one is for.
Who?
Samuel L. Jackson. Yep.
Which I'm trying to because
go way back. It's
no, and it's before attacking. Gosh,
Pulp Fiction. That was the one time he was nominated. Crazy.
I was thinking
Everything and Everywhere in the Trash. So David Thanos, I like that movie too, but I feel like it's super award overrated. Where it's no way should Jamie Lee Curtis have that Oscar over Angela Bassett. Like no way. And it was really creative and really well done, but I do feel like Maverick is why people went to the movie theaters. And sometimes you just have to go with this is going against our art. I feel like they're still too stuffy with that, where it's like, well, this counts, but this doesn't. So it's really weird.
Lord of the Rings, to me, is one of those. Oh, we're not going to give Lord of the Rings Best Picture because we're going to give it to it in 2 years. No, that was the best freaking picture. Stop playing these games. Oh man, I mean they just do stupid stuff. And that Angela Bassett, I'm like, I remember her look, and it was very much yes. Like don't hide. It's like I watched Jamie Lee Curtis. It's like she's silly in this movie. Like that. I mean, Angela Bassett in Black Panther carried the hell out of that movie until she was her
until a certain part.
Man, I was so like, are you freaking kidding me? Like the gravitas, like. Come on, that was a tour de force of acting, and then it's like, oh, Jamie Lee Curtis, like, what the freak? I've been cleaning up award shows, and now I don't get this one. Oh, y'all trash.
I remember that look on her face because that was the last time I watched the Oscars, and I went,
you know what?
I threw the remote in disgust into
the. As I always, one of my favorite, well, not one of my favorite Friends episode, is the episode where Joey is up for an award show. And everyone like, hey, you got your graceful look? Yeah, no doubt. And then when he did his one, like, what the? Like, that's I'm like, yes, that's what I want to see. And Angela totally gave me that, like, yeah, I'm good. I'm out.
Yeah, Bassett killed it in Black Panther. I think they just tossed comic movies to the side. I agree. Marvel saved movies for years now, and how many awards did they win? I mean, if you want to scrap the visual effects and costume effects, or not costume effects, but costuming, that's really it.
I mean,
yeah, Chase is just like he's just out of control. It's super censored tonight. Going blue.
But I guess the thing is, I mean, always, I hated the idea of making the fan favorite movie Oscar award that they tried to, they gave Black Panther when they didn't want to give Black Panther Best Picture. It was, hey guys, Avengers Endgame is the biggest movie we've had. Why not give it to award?
Oh, it's the Academy calling.
I can wait. But like if James Cameron was to do the movie, it's yes, don't worry, it's Oscar movie. It's James Cameron's Aquaman, Best Picture. Don't worry about it. Have you seen it? No, it's Best Picture. And it's
Adrian Chase.
like, I mean, Best Actor, Adrian Chase. What? I haven't worked on that movie.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's just if it's almost, we don't, if it's these guys that are in the club, yes. Anybody out? No, we're not going to give it to you, which is lame. Because if you took out Captain America's suit and just had him in a dress shirt, and Chris Evans is just running around without the only thing, you take out the costume. Captain America Winter Soldiers is a spy movie. And it would have won Best Picture. I mean, it wouldn't have had any question. It's, Best Picture. It would at least got a nod. That because it's a superhero movie. Oh no, it's not cinema. Like,
yeah, if you wanted to throw a nomination out there, Robert Redford could have gotten it. Waves hitting rocks. Oh my god. Chris Evans was basically James Bond. Yes. David Thanos Chief he worked overtime and he hit me up right before and was just like, it is killing me. So I told him rest up. We'll see you next week, hopefully. I wanted to mention this because I didn't want to go too much further. First line of Google's AI definition: artist expression of application of human creative skill and imagination, producing works to be appreciated for their beauty, emotional power, or meaning. Yes, I'm with you. I hate watching these like what happened. It was kind of interesting and fun at first. Now everybody's doing, hey, here are the Street Fighter characters walking. It's like, this is weird now. And there's a Street Fighter movie coming, so that is possible. I'm in terms of like YouTube stuff, if it's something from, I'm going to say back in the day, like if it's not possible anymore, like the actors are dead and you're not doing it in a disrespectful way, I might look at it. But most of this stuff is not that. It's just like, look at this. I don't know. It doesn't really work for me. So not a huge fan of it. There's overtime on the farm. Yeah, always. It won. It just get nominated. It won for Best Picture, Best Actor. Yeah, it was. They love that stuff. They ate it up. Anyway, I mentioned all of that to say Tom Cruise should have gotten some Oscars, and he's an actor that's done some great movies, and it's just undeniable. You can't go, nah, he's not a serious actor. He shouldn't be part of our club. Absolutely. And it's ridiculous and it's embarrassing for him to have not gotten something, especially since he's one of the main cogs in the locomotive that is Hollywood. And he's keeping this thing rolling. Why does he not have one? So I came up with a challenge for myself, and now I'm throwing it out to you all. For Tom Cruise's 5 best movies, because the dude has a ton. David Thanos has his 5 now.
Okay.
Let's see what he said. Minority Report, Edge of Tomorrow, The Last Mission Impossible, Reacher, Night and Day, and Jerry Maguire. I love Night and Day. That was no joke. One that I was like, oh man, why did I make this just 5? He's one I could have done 10 easily on. But yeah, very solid choices. And he's also the best paid stuntman in the industry. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So Bro Shot, what do you got?
Okay. We're doing this one at a time or all at once?
No, I mean it's just 5. You can just say all 5 of them.
Okay. All right.
Go for it. What do you got?
Okay, my 5.
Yup.
Top Gun Maverick. Mission Impossible Fallout. Because
you said Mission Impossible and Mission Impossible Fallout?
No, Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tropic Thunder. We don't negotiate with terrorists. See, that was one of those like, kid, you guys didn't think to, nominate him for best supporting actor in a movie? Like, come on. Okay. Next, Collateral, which we watched along. Once again, to remind us how good that movie is. And my final one was Edge of Tomorrow.
All right. Good choices. Let's see what everybody else said here in the chat. What is Chiefs Farm called? Player ones only. That's pretty good. I'm going to take a picture and send it to him so when he sees it tomorrow.
It's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right, when he's getting up to beat the Roosters. Rick H. Jace, I read a review of The Winter Soldier that compared it to The Manchurian Candidate and seemed amazed it's a comic story. Yeah. Who knew they had depth in comic book movies? Okay. Ryan Daly says Magnolia, Maverick, Interview with the Vampire, Tropic Thunder, all the right moves.
Mm-hmm.
Is interesting because I'm curious how many times we won't have the same movies in here. But with him, I think that's really going to be fun. Oh, man, I put 6. Take Out Night and Day.
But that's a great honorable mention.
What do you mean? That movie is now at the point where I haven't watched it long enough that I can rewatch it now and cry laughing because it's been so long.
And you will definitely cry
Absolutely. laughing. John says solid list, Jace.
I mean, when you go certain ways, you don't go full. And there's a black man. What? You was a black man.
Oh, I love that movie. David Thanos forgot about Collateral. He should have won for that movie. Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean, because he's doing something different. And Ryan Daly says forgot about Collateral, which is embarrassing. This is my favorite of his. Yeah. It's all good, man. See, that's the thing about Cruise. He's done so much stuff, and so much of it is good. I mean, I find that his filmography is one where it's like I have to work harder to find stuff that I don't like. Mm-hmm. And King Collector said Legend is my favorite Tom Cruise movie, but it might not be his best. I like Risky Business too. Yep. There's 2 more that we haven't heard mentioned. Mm-hmm. So for me, much like you, Mission Impossible 3 was my favorite for so long. Like it was just like, I don't care what else y'all bring out. This is the best Mission Impossible. You see her, Ethan? I'm going to kill her. I'm going to make you watch it. Oh man, it was great. And Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movies, it's a thing. If he's got a shorter haircut, the movie's going to be good. His longer hair one's a little shaky. Look it up. Short hair, Ethan Hunt, solid. All right, so Mission Impossible Fallout, because it was like, oh man, this is great. And it got Superman in it. So that one, Edge of Tomorrow, because I love the concept, or Live, Die, Repeat. Love that film. And Emily Blunt played a role where if you want to go, that's a strong female. She's great in it. And it wasn't this thing of like, look, she's amazing. She's a woman. She just did her thing. It's great. Minority Report was really fun. I mean, Colin Farrell as your supporting dude. I mean, come on. That's great. Jerry Maguire, I really liked as well because it's football. And Cuba was so good in that. And they played off each other well. It has a great ensemble too. And it's just like, there you go. Like no one who's speaking and has a prominent role in that movie is bad. It's just the cast is just wow, great. And then I'm really like, which way do I go? I feel like I'm gonna go with this way, but I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do a J King and go 5 and 6. Not 6, 7. And I'm gonna go with Oblivion because man, that movie is it looks so good. He's really good in that one too. I feel like that's his movie that's really, really good. That doesn't get enough love, but I love it. And Collateral, because evil hitman Tom Cruise with that so sweet buzz cut gray. He made gray look cool. I can't, but oh man, he was awesome in it. So yes. All right, let's see. What do you mean, you people? What do you mean? Right. Oh man. We're gonna have to do that watch along because I'm like, oh, this, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out Reacher and put Collateral. Yeah, David Thanos. Awesome movie. Mark A.
Mhm.
Risky Business. Days of Thunder. There you go. Vanilla Sky. There's another
Okay.
one. Cocktail and Mission Impossible 2. I enjoy Mission Impossible 2. I love the fact that Hugh can just not Hugh. What's his name?
Delroy Linda. I mean, no, Delroy.
Not Delroy Linda. He's in a totally different mission.
Dude, Ray Scott.
Yes, but what is his character's name? That's the one I'm trying to remember. Anyway, him narrating what Ethan's gonna do. That's one of my favorite bits in like any of those movies. He's gonna do some ridiculous stunt, and then and of course he's gonna. Oh, it was great. And then he plays it out. That was a really good storytelling.
They did really cool with they utilized those masks really well, especially like the first one kind of introduces. Then they were like, no, we can utilize this a whole lot, and it's not it's actual a storytelling device. And I thought they did that one really well too.
I just the only reason I'll have it higher is because so much of it is, hey, look at Ethan do all the stuff while the rest of the Impossible Mission Force just go even. That's the only reason. And that's why I like 3 so much, because the team was involved. Marie says Edge of Tomorrow, Oblivion. Yes. Tropic Thunder, Risky Business. And I can't decide on a 5th. It's tricky. It's really, really tricky because he's got great movies.
Funny thing is, no one's actually mentioned Top Gun, but for the longest time, if you didn't have Maverick, Top Gun that's in there.
Yeah. Maverick is just such a good movie. It's like, yeah, Tom.
Okay.
It was a nice twist at the end while he was dashing away that got me. That was a good one. And Mission Impossible 2 also gives us that great line. And because Hugh, I am gagging for it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. War of the Worlds. Yes.
That was a good one too.
Some friends and I did some spoof Mission Impossible skits many years ago. Good times. Now, did you put it on YouTube so the rest of us can see, Maurice?
Exactly.
And how were you the one running? Oh man. All right, here we go. Jamlin. I feel like his sci-fi stuff doesn't get enough acclaim. Oblivion, Minority Report, and Edge of Tomorrow are all top tier. Yes. Like really, really good. Like maybe some of the best of the genre that's not associated with Star Wars or another big franchise. Like they're so good.
Yeah. And it's most of them don't have sequels, and it's just this is a really good standalone movie.
Yep.
And I think it's probably the only reason they don't have more acclaim is because there's not a franchise behind it. It's just good standalone sci-fi,
which makes them better. Some stuff doesn't need a sequel.
Now, have you seen the trailer for Mercy? That is with I think Bradley Cooper and Rebecca Ferguson.
No.
It's basically it's supposed to be like a 90-minute movie where Bradley Cooper's trying to say that he did not unalive his wife, and he's got to prove using all the cameras and stuff in the city to prove he's innocent.
Yo, you're talking about the one that's coming out with Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah.
That one.
Yes.
No, this next year. When is this supposed to come out? January 23rd. I am looking forward to seeing that one.
Yeah. I mean,
go ahead,
I'm sorry.
No, I said that one looks cool. And the trailer sold me right away. I was like, oh, yes. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Now you got to send me the link. I want to see it. All right, so it's 9:20. Let's get to our main topic of the day, because much like other things, I was watching Skeleton Crew. I was watching what else was I watching? Agatha All Along, 2 big franchises, and I finally opened up. Oh wait, The Mummy. Anyone? No one? Okay, never mind.
I just watched that and I'm still missing. That was an okay movie because I have watched it twice, but it is.
There you go. David Thanos says Early Cruise, Few Good Men, The Firm baby. Risky Business, Rain Man, Interview with the Vampire, Yeah, I mean, like he's got arcs of his career that you could use top 5,
I mean,
top 10.
because like he's almost the Barry Bonds of movies. He actually has the early cruise. You know how Barry
How about
Bonds.
we go with Cal Ripken?
Cal Ripken was always solid, but Barry Bonds technically has 2 versions of him as a player who has a Hall of Fame career. There is the Pittsburgh Pirate Barry Bonds, and then there's the San Francisco Giants Barry Bonds. I mean, hey, I make no judgments. One saved baseball, okay?
Tom's me is like the last man standing when it comes to superstars. That's why I kind of didn't like seeing him at the award show. He to me was past all that award stuff. Let's say Kobe.
Yeah,
8-24. There you go.
Yeah, I gotta go with that. That's cool.
So anyway, I finally opened up this guy.
Is it Dash?
Huh?
Is it Dash Render?
It is indeed.
Okay.
And that made me think about franchises that might have made a misstep, something that they could have avoided. So I've got a hold of the Wayback Machine where I can go back in time and fix a franchise mistake. Yes.
I was hoping you had something like there's some 28.
That's totally different. I'm going to use it for another thing later.
Okay.
So, but I want to take a look at some of these franchises and like, hey, is there one thing that kind of sets off that butterfly effect where if I could fix this one thing, I'd be pretty happy with how things are. And some franchises might just need a little tweak. Others need a massive deal. So I put it out to you all. What would be some franchise fixes for you? And for this one, we can go one at a time. So do you have one that you'd like to lead us off with, dear brother?
I'm going to lead off with one movie that I talked bad about this year. Tron Ares. Tron, I mean, it was confusing. It did not lead off. It was not a good sequel to the second movie to me. But somebody has come up with a new opinion of this movie, and that all the critics and everybody just didn't get it. And I'm like, huh. And their opinion was Tron Ares is actually a prequel to all of it. Ares is a different character than what we are led to believe, and the antagonist in the movie is kind of who we think he is, and it's okay. So my tweak to Tron Ares is to make that connection more explicit if it is a prequel or a sequel to Tron Legacy. And maybe that would make it a better movie for me.
So you're saying the final scene, just making that more obvious, but I feel like there's all kinds of narrative issues with that just because it leads to other things that if you keep doing this loop, it gets caught in just from where the story's gone.
Yeah, but yeah, if you make it much more, hey, this is the video game and this is how it all happened, I think you make it more explicit. It would make it, not, and also kind of not degrade all of the stuff in the second movie. That would also help. So.
Okay, cool. Let's see. We're starting to get some things in here. David Thanos says Eternal shouldn't have killed Salma Hayek. I don't need to read anything else. Yes, maybe people would have stuck around.
Always a good explanation to me.
This isn't. Well, I was trying to think about Eternals because they've done worse things, and since then, and Eternals was a misfire. But I still don't feel like it was like I got what was going on, what they were trying to do, but it just felt like, we're not going to do Inhumans. We're not going to do X-Men. Let's try to make the Eternal something. And then they had the poor decision of putting them on Earth, chilling, doing a Supergirl. Well, that's your problem. And it's like, y'all are already in the hole. So, and then why are you mentioning Superman? Don't do that.
So
Michael Solis. Oh, go ahead.
I would say, would you say a fix to Eternals would have been to keep them off Earth?
Yeah, that would have been a really easy one to do. put them on their own separate planet away from everything that's going on Earth. And that way, all the stuff that happens with Thanos is like whatever. Cool, you sent the email to me. Appreciate it. Michael Solis says Spider-Man Far From Home. No Mysterio outing Peter.
Huh. To me, I want to see how that comes with the next Spider-Man, where he doesn't have the whole team around him that he did in No Way Home. I think that's going to lead to some really. I think that should lead to some fun storytelling where he's not relying on Ned and Mary Jane whatever they're calling him, Zendaya.
MJ.
Yeah.
Jamlin. Kylo doesn't take his helmet off until Han calls out to Ben on the catwalk. And King Ledger, right? Kylo should have kept the helmet on, but those movies were terrible no matter what. All right, let me be objective with those particular movies. One thing that I would do is I would have incorporated, I would have figured out if the sequel trilogy is about the new characters or the old guard that we're catching up with. So that would have been my first decision. And so for my Star Wars one, since I'll just go ahead with that, is I would say they had really great material they could have mined from a whole bunch of other things that I think they could have done so much of what they wanted to incorporate with the sequel trilogy and not make it a trilogy. They just could have kept doing things. They could have done an Heir to the Empire. They could have done Dark Empire, where they didn't have to limit it to just here's these new characters and we're getting rid of the old ones. You're going to love it, because I feel like it put the new characters in a bind where I'm not here for them. I wanted to see Han, Luke, Leia, Lando, Chewie, the droids. That's great that you have new characters, but I don't care about them. I want to see Star Wars with Luke and Leia. And I think if they had just given us a little bit of those old characters in a sequel trilogy, just focusing on them, then do another one with, a little bit later on down the road with the new guard, I think everyone would have been happier. I think the which way are we going with this thing really messed them up. And then they were trying to juggle, and then they had two directors that had no idea what they want to do with each other's movies.
I mean, playing nice on that. If they had just split the movie, it's because the first before you're introduced to Han, it's going in a new direction. I mean, you don't have to have the new old characters. They could have just been talked about as legends. Like, you could have just, hey, this is our story now. You had them come out on the red carpet. Like, this is our story. This is our Star Wars. Like, I think you have a better movie. I mean, I think you don't have to deal with any legacy issues. So if something goes wonky, you don't have to worry about it. Just, this is our story. We're telling it. We're good.
All right. To be not crass and to be realistic, if you have older characters that people associate with the brand, and at that point in time, all of them were still around, you could have just made the deal about them. You could cast unknowns or famous people to star in your next Star Wars whatever later. And that's the thing. I feel like that's where they messed up and killed off the excitement for Star Wars as a movie attraction. It's so many people who grew up with, and let's start with our generation, who grew up with those characters. We love them. They're amazing. Then you had those people grew up and became 20-somethings. What? I don't like this. Midichlorians and Anakin being a little baby and complaining about sand. And then they grew up and it wasn't that bad. But I think what happened with the sequel trilogy was, we knew going into the prequels, this is not the story of Luke, Leia, Han, etc. This is going before then. We already, it established there's a story. We're in the middle of it. So, okay, cool. We'll know what's going on. But in the interim, there were video games. There was all kinds of stuff telling us what happened after Return of the Jedi. And a lot of Star Wars fans, this is the Bible of what happens after Return of the Jedi. So to go, no, what you think what you read, what you spent money investing on, what you played in terms of video games, the action figures that you bought doesn't count. They were starting out in a hole with that fan base. I'm like, what are you talking about? I loved Heir to the Empire. I love these characters. I love what they did with them. Maybe eventually, like you, this is a dumb mistake. Why'd you kill out Chewbacca? But they could have fixed that because, oh, our core demographic who loves Star Wars didn't like that. Great, noted. Don't kill Chewbacca. Great.
We didn't. See, we didn't kill out Chewbacca. But
I have no.
Let me say this. I'm just so we don't stick on that too long on Star Wars. They did stuff before the prequel. They did stuff. Heir to the Empire saved Star Wars. I don't think if Heir to the Empire is not written by Timothy Zahn, Star Wars sticks around. It would have just probably been, oh, it's done, and that's it. That's the thing. But he kept it alive, kept it, and that's why we were able to get to the Phantom Menace, even though there was stuff written about what the Clone Wars was. And George was like, well, no, here's what the Clone Wars was. Here's what I wanted the Clone Wars to be, and this is what I'm gonna kind of. You guys had the books of what it was. I'm erasing that. Here's my story. So we were kind of used to that, but it wasn't written by the person who did it, and that pissed all of us off.
And I feel like all they had to do was just, here's you old folks, you old holding on, clinging to dear life for Star Wars. Here are your 3 movies. Star Wars will make us a ton of movies and a ton of money down the road. So if we just pacify y'all, here's your old crew. Happy now? Now we're going to tell other stories and sit it down the road so you don't have to worry about Luke, Han, Leia, etc. And you just, oh yeah, I remember reading about those. My mama told me about them. Like if Rey was 40 years after, 50, 60, 100 years after the New Republic, nobody cares.
Yeah. Yeah. First Order comes there. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, making the First Order actually non-rip-offs of the Empire would have been great. Rick Cage, Green Lantern should have been about Mosaic John Stewart. I think that might have been hard just because no one has any familiarity with John Stewart. And then, that's like his biggest art.
No. No.
Hard to do.
Again, a lot of people know John Stewart from Justice League Unlimited. I think you can't discount the cartoons. They're actually a big part of pop culture.
That's for the audience who's already invested in those. They're trying to get people who do not watch those cartoons. They're like an extension of the comic book fans. Justice League came out in 2001. I was just seeing how far away that was from when Green Lantern came. But that's your audience already. You want the larger audience, the audience who's never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Rocket. I am Groot. You want them. You don't, you can make a good amount of money on the comic book fans, but you want the mainstream. And introducing your character, screwing up right away in his first movie, I don't know about that one. That might have been tricky.
That was a following Tobey Maguire one. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have helped. Can't go like, right, Jeff. They kind of messed up by rewriting the real story. No, Mara J was beginning. Yeah, it was just like, you don't have to. This is why I get so upset with comic books, because like comic book movies that aren't great, because it's like, why did you mess up something where you just needed to tweak it? Like X-Men 97, I thought did a great job of let's implement Mutant Massacre. Let's just do it on Geonosis. That makes sense. And they just did things where like, cool, I can go along with this. You don't have to follow page by page of comic books, but if you get the heart, the essence of it, that's all we want. And Henry G goes, hey, Jeff, do you think Disney wanted to steer clear of all the legend stuff so they wouldn't have to give those creators credit or compensation? They don't do it with the comic books anyway. So I would just say, and really, man, if that was part of their concern, grow up. Think of, well, let's see, Heir to the Empire made this much money. If we make a movie of it, we can make way more money. And we can bring off Timothy Zahn with a couple bucks. If it was like a thing of like, hey, Timothy Zahn didn't get any money from this. Y'all want to do a Kickstarter to help him out? I think he's okay. But, they can't be that dumb. And they can't be so short-sighted. Let's come up with our own story. And we're going to work on it and continue figuring out what the point of our story is midway through. Like they had just done what was already written. They wouldn't have had to, hey JJ, what do you want to do? I don't know. Ryan, what do you want to do? I want to do something totally different than what he did. Hey JJ, what do you want to do now? I want to do something totally different than what he did. It's like if you had that, they could still be making Star Wars movies that people would be paying to go see in the theaters, as opposed to if Mando doesn't save us, we're screwed.
I mean, the fact is, if that not paying creators to actually do this, because again, this is a corporate greed that really just pisses everybody off, because that was the easy solution. Now they don't even know, they can't even make actual quote unquote core Star Wars movies with lightsaber Jedi because they don't know what to do. But if they'd used all the Legends books, there's that problem is not, it does, I mean that's like literally a map problem. The limit does not exist. I mean, it's there, as you said, Jeff, like, hey, what was it? The Dark Knight is a combination of multiple Batman stories. I do not think the writers got credit for that Christopher Nolan story. That is is cribbed from multiple Batman stories. They should have used same model, and the core audience or more would be like, hey, I got an inspiration from this. People would go and pick those comic books up. I mean, you own all the Legend stuff if you're Disney. You're still printing it out. Make more money off it. Like, horrible ideas.
All right, so here you go. So Jim Starlin, he was the one that kind of really showed how bad this thing was. In 2017, Jim Starlin said that he received a single very big check from Warner Brothers for the KGB really brief appearance. He was Lex's goon who was running around pushing a lady off in the subway. He said he got more money from that very small role. They didn't even name him KG Beast. He got more money for that role than he got from creating Thanos, Gamora, and Drax. It's like, it's crazy because, I mean, when you think of how big Thanos was for them, for Starlin to not get much of anything, I mean, they did 3 Guardians of the Galaxy films. It's like, what are we doing? And y'all don't need to be that greedy. Let me see here.
That was a whole Avengers series saga 1. I mean, like the multi. I mean, the whole 4 things was based on Thanos. It's like, that's crazy.
Yes,
but again, that's the greed. No one likes. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. Rick Cage. Who is Guy Gardner? Guy Gardner is a guy who did not have a movie where he's a featured character. He's a side character where it's like, all right, y'all know who Guy Gardner is. Great. If you don't, he's a guy with the ring that does stuff. But if they made Guy the lead in a movie, you'd need to introduce and explain who he is. You're gonna have his first thing that he's a jerk leading off the movie. That's all I'm saying. Even the name Guy is questionable. The flashback is a beautiful writing device to intro the hero and give a cameo for the hero's mentor.
Yep. Again, Superman proved it. If we write scrolls, okay, I got it. You give the audience, say they're intelligent enough to figure this out. They are.
Henry G, I guess I'm trying to understand why they went that route with the sequels. And I saw that you said that, so I'm correcting what's written. When they had it all laid out right there for them on a silver platter. Yeah, I mean, if it's about publicity and we want to do something that we think is better, or we don't want to mention that this guy came up with a better story way back when, grow up, pay them money. You're making tons of it. Like if they just done Heir to the Empire, which could have been a launching pad for so many more Star Wars stuff down the road, they would still be making those movies. And I bet they would make money. So, and they had to go to Disney Plus because no one wanted to see Star Wars in the theaters. Like they retreated to their streaming platform, which saved them big time. But I mean, it's like y'all would still be making movies. You wouldn't have to rely on anything else. Side note, just saw Cynthia Erivo might be the new Storm. That's an awful casting choice. And I have this down for notes for next time. Maybe we should cast the X-Men. No, absolutely not. Not at all. There is one actress that I think would be awesome.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that next week. Yeah.
That would have made much money. And Ryan says, Jeff, anyone says you don't have to be that greedy has obviously never spent a weekend hunting humans for sport with the king of a country you've never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
I wish. And I definitely haven't as well.
Who's your next one, bro?
My next one. I'm going to go with G.I. Joe.
Okay.
Because G.I. Joe is a beloved 80s property, but it's one where you could get increasingly wilder with it and you could evolve your movie. Like so many franchises, we watch them go like, this is not sticking to the core of what y'all came up with. But I think with G.I. Joe, start off, hey, it's a basic military movie. And all of a sudden, wait, what's going on? Why is this guy becoming a chameleon? Why is he changing to look like this other guy? And it's whole motorcycle thing. They're going to space. What's happening? Like, G.I. Joe's wide open. And all you have to do is lay a basic foundation. The weirdest thing in G.I. Joe to start is a guy in all black and he's wearing a mask. That's kind of cool. I want to know more about him. Great. We got a movie all about this guy. And I feel like right away, they tried to go too wild with G.I. Joe. And they did too much without really understanding the concept. Like, why are they dressed like they're in the X-Men? That was terrible. It's like G.I. Joe's the easiest thing. You don't have to come up with costumes for them. They're wearing regular clothes. And especially early on. Like, Spears rocking a blue shirt, khaki pants, little fur on his boots, and he's got a pet eagle. That's wild. Shipwreck is wearing a sailor's outfit. Flint's wearing a black shirt, shotgun shells, camo pants, and a beret. Not raspberry, just a regular beret. And all you have to do is just dress them up like that, call it a day. And they decided, let's give them suits that make them run fast like they're Iron Man. Why? I can see a better version of this in any superhero movie. Well, most superhero movies. By the time G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra came up, and they just went so wild right from the start. And with the second one, which I like, I actually have that in my collection. They still were a little bit embarrassed about making a G.I. Joe movie. It's like, why do we have Roadblock as a leader? No, this is wrong. You got Flint right here.
Why is Flint afraid to talk to Lady J?
It's just dumb. And that one is just, they have not made a good G.I. Joe live action movie. And it's the easiest of all of the beloved 80s properties. It's easier than Transformers. And that went on to have a gazillion sequels, even though they're not really good. And the last two were the best ones, live action ones. Bumblebee and what was that? Beast Wars, whatever that one was.
Yeah.
But it's easier than He-Man, and they're doing that. Easier than Robotech, Silverhawks, Thundercats, all those 80s stuff. G.I. Joe is simple. And if you decide, oh man, we made a lot of money from this franchise, then you can go wilder. All right, they're going to comb the tombs of America's or the world's greatest histories, greatest leaders. They're going to make somebody a Serpentor. That's pretty wild, but it works.
It's literally the Mummy. I mean, like that's literally what G.I. Joe made to make Serpentor, but it works, and it would work as a live action movie too.
Yeah, like it's so stupidly easy. I really wish they had gotten somebody. This is my fix for G.I. Joe. Get someone who is going to die on the hill to protect G.I. Joe, to make it look like G.I. Joe in theaters, because the Mission Impossible movies have gone wild. Fast and Furious have gone wild because there's an absence of a G.I. Joe in theaters. Like, I think if G.I. Joe was a successful movie brand, they could keep making those films and it would fill a gap that's existed. I mean, they had to turn the Fast and Furious crew into the Avengers because there's no great action series out there. If G.I. Joe existed, it keeps perpetuating itself. Here's a new class of Joes. Well, here are new recruits. So if people age out after your original trilogy, because that's your time frame, all right, well, we'll replace this character with this one. No more Hawk. Here's Duke. And here's Flint. Here's Beach. It's just no Captain Gridiron, though.
From a budget perspective, that is a selling point for G.I. Joe. It's no one's locked in for more than 3 movies. There's no character sticks around beside our Cobra Commander. And if you don't even need him, because you can always find a reason where Cobra Commander's on ice, he's in jail or something. We can keep this very economic because we don't have to do crazy stuff. And it would have been really work. What?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, what's next for you?
All right. My next one is going to be Resident Evil Final Chapter. By not killing.
That's where you're fixing it.
Because I liked the Resident Evil with the story they were telling. I'm not starting the story they decided to tell. I had enjoyed, especially Afterlife. I thought I was getting we were going to get a nice conclusion when you brought all of the kind of video game characters from Resident Evil back to a final blow off movie. To not get that in Final Chapter, really, I mean, it left a bad taste in my mouth after a really good saucy burger of Afterlife. I mean, hey, I really enjoyed it. He had the zombies from the Russian zombie vampire. I mean, zombies. Then you had the old T-virus. Then you had all the extra ones. It was really fun. And Super Alice, Alice didn't have powers in Afterlife. It was like she could actually, in theory, die. And then when they decided to change, that's like, oh, okay, we're bringing back Super Alice. All right, well, we still got Wesker here. All right, fine. But how about Claire, Leon, and Chris? Yeah, they're dead. Off camera. Oh, yeah, 82. Yeah, they're all gone. Like, come on. Like, if there was a scheduling conflict, just reschedule the movie. I don't think any one of them arrested them or really saying, hey, I got these other 10 projects. You guys really got to work on my schedule. Like, I think Allie later was probably the only one whose schedule was a thing, and she was in the dang movie. So I don't think they should have been a prop. So that is how I would fix the Resident Evil franchise.
All right. So I'm taking a brief pause because there was a comment that I just needed to go with here. Not this one. Rick Cage, great point. Joe is a sci-fi military story, same as Captain America. It's the enemy factions that is fantastical. Cobra, Hydra. Exactly. I mean, it irritates me because I love G.I. Joe. I think it's such a cool property, and I'm very excited about the Energon Universe cartoon that they're gonna do because I feel like we're finally gonna see it done to real potential. And something that people who grew up watching the Sunbow cartoons can go, oh, great. Finally, they got something cool with G.I. Joe now. And yeah, there we go. Henry G. She's a little older, but how about Jodie Turner Smith is Storm? All right, so I've got one better for you.
She's the one I was thinking.
What did you say?
She's the one I'm thinking. I mean, because after looking at her at the Tron Legacy, I mean, she's got the stature to actually play off Storm to me.
Here's my pick. Jamie Lawson. Yeah. Jamie Lawson and actually my guy Glenn Powell here could almost work for Cyclops. So I'll follow both of them. Just have him be Cyclops, put a little visor on him, and there you go. You got Storm.
Yeah.
That's all I need. So yeah. So that's my 2 choices right away. But we're gonna do a full episode on our X-Men cast. So we could just do that. It's just the 2 of us. There we go. And this guy says, no. They should have just never touched the Resident Evil into a movie. Had a great story, but they lost focus. It was a shame.
But that's the thing. I think I don't know at what point when they made
Thanks, sir.
Albert Wesker into Neo, I thought that was really cool. I mean,
Albert Wesker.
I thought that was really fun. I thought that made it so much more into you could make a really cool video game. I mean, a movie of this. That's why I am down for whenever they make Silent Hill 2 in the movie. I'm going to see that. It's just that those kind of movies are really fun. Like, story movies, story video games, perfect things for movies. I mean, It's problem is they always mess up properties. Oh.
No way. I'll hear none of that. Let's see here. So, what's your next one?
My next one is going to be Underworld. What happens in Evolution is it gives Selena basically this superpower. She's a daywalker. And then the next movie they come up with, I don't remember what the next one is. I got it back there behind me. But they made Blood Wars, where they basically come up with this super zombie werewolf that can beat Selena, and it's like, nah, she should be the baddest thing. They needed a better bad guy and a more compelling story than, oh, he's just a werewolf, like, or zombie. It's like, I mean, it's a vampire, and I think it was a werewolf. It was like, she's got the power of the original dude, so you got to come up with some more original line of DNA that is actually should be on her level, which they didn't do, and that's why you haven't made any more movies, because the rest of us would go see those movies every January when they come out. Like, new Underworld, I'm on it. Like, I buy them. Like, if I'm not going, I'm definitely going to buy it. So, but yeah, they definitely could have kept that one.
Have you seen that one yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
But I will. Trust me, I will.
Yeah, King Collector there.
Oh yeah, because it was 1 and 2 were really good. Then I mean, Rise of the Lycan is really good. I think that's actually what got me more. I liked 2 Evolution, but Rise of the Lycan was like, oh, this ties in back to the original movie.
Is that part 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
That really is like, oh, I understand what really starts the feud. This is so cool. And it almost makes me like, oh man, 1 wasn't as good because this was really should have been a bigger storyline. Like, oh man, like Victor versus Lucen. Like, oh man, my gosh, I missed it. But it still was cool. And then the 4th one was just like, oh, why is Selene kind of not as strong as she is? And as much as Chief and me joke about it, like, why couldn't we get Scott Speedman? Like, how is he busy? Like, ridiculous.
All right, so my last one is the MCU, and my fix for that would be after. No, let me see. I've said this several times, so I don't have to go through the whole deal again. After Endgame, my next arc would have been Secret Invasion, and that would have been my next phase where instead of going with the multiverse saga, because it's just like, why? This is confusing. No need to do it. And I also think if they really want to bring in those characters, they could be Skrulls. So start off with someone Spider-Man is really caring about, and at the end, maybe even in No Way Home, when a certain aunt gets up, maybe she's a Skrull. And it doesn't take into effect until way later when he's at the morgue and he's like signing off, and all of a sudden, the mortician goes away and Spider-Man or Peter goes to look at her, and all of a sudden she turns green. And it's like, oh no. So it's not this big deal of him trying to make everybody forget who he is. Like, what happened to my aunt? And from there, we focus on all kinds of stuff. Like, hey, and have a plan with those TV shows where it's not just, we don't know what we're doing. There might even be follow-ups to these characters, have everything tied into there's an alien invasion that nobody knows about. And so everything should have some connection. I think this person's a Skrull. It was. And people who can detect Skrulls become really super important. And Nick Fury is like, much like how they did the first part of phase 1, where he's going around, him and Coulson, recruiting people. Now, Nick Fury is like, I don't know who I can trust. I'm shooting you. Oh, you're a human. Okay, cool. Now let me tell you what's going on. We don't need to bother with the Secret Invasion show. And it's just that. And while he's trying to figure out what's going on with these people who are green, we have our new Captain America, John Walker. Is he a Skrull? Who knows? No, he's just not right in the head. We have Thunderbolts being introduced. Who are these people replacing the Avengers? And Baron Zemo, he's got his great plan and he's really happy. He's infiltrated. And then, wow, in this big fight where Sam, Captain America, has rallied a bunch of heroes to fight them, one of them dies, and it's not who Baron Zemo thought it was. It's actually a Skrull. And that leads to we've got to take down this problem. And you've got your whole phase where they're trying to stop them. And if you want to have these Fox characters in one of these movies, it ends with the Fox characters. No need whatsoever for a whole multiverse thing. They just arrive in the ship. Hey, what's going on? What's been happening? Who are you? We're the Earth's heroes. We're the Fantastic Four. We're the X-Men. I'm Deadpool. And Deadpool, jokes on him, he's actually the only one that's not a Skrull. And there you go. So, you know, I would have done that over the multiverse saga because I feel like they've not been invested in it enough to care about it. And it feels that way. Where it's like, oh yeah, they're from another world. Great. Here's a focus point for it. And I feel like what happens, they get so big, anything we do will work. And I feel like if they just gone that approach, then you still have the multiverse in your side. And you don't have to worry about Kang. It's just whatever. We can just focus on the Skrulls. Alien invasion coming. And who knows who is a Skrull and who's not. That gives them more time to focus on everything else for the next saga. And there you go. We're all good. Now, let me go to the chat. Energy, the original concept for Modern G.I. Joe is based on an unused pitch to Marvel by Larry Hama called Fury Force. I did know that. And I think he was going to have them fight. He was supposed to be the son of Nick Fury fighting Hydra. David Thanos, I'll pick another MCU. The Mummy Cinematic Universe. The Mummy and Mummy Returns were good. Part 3 was a really bad follow-up. All right. Well, here you go. Almost time for you to get another one. Great. That was when they were doing the pump out content no matter what phase. Yeah. And I feel like that would have been fine if you have an overarching theme. That's not, hey, in another world, something else is going on. Just have this be your main plot point, and that can carry you through. All right, bro, what's your last one?
One random character every series is revealed to be a Skrull. Or multiple. That's it. I mean, that's the easy thing. It's good, bad, doesn't matter. But yeah, there's a Skrull company.
Your shadiest character, and they're not really a Skrull. They're just shady. And Kamala's mother, she's a Skrull. Oh no, just
somebody important to the overall story. Just all right, here's whatever your person is, they are a Skrull. And I mean, because like when you're doing your Spider-Man thing, that would be your post-credit scene. He goes, picks her up. Oh, she's a Skrull. What does this mean? People in the know are all super excited. You got your face. All right. I guess my last one is going to be Ocean's 12.
Oh, how dare you?
You said the last one.
I didn't have another. I'm just like trying to figure out what you're gonna say about this.
Oh, okay. Ocean's 12. I rock that soundtrack to death. Like I enjoy the heck out of that movie. But one thing that's missing, Bernie Mac. They take out Bernie Mac way too soon in that movie. And that his comedy is something is missing. Because the movie's cool, it's sexy, but his comedy is really what made Ocean's 11 really good. And him being missed was definitely one of those points. They recognized in Ocean's 13, like, no, we're Bernie, you're here. Like, you don't have to leave. You will deserve your paycheck, okay? But having Bernie in Ocean's 12 a little more would have definitely made that movie better to me. You look confused.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You look so like scoundrel here. Yeah.
Brand just went, hey, weren't they supposed to do? Oh, Universal Monsterverse had a lot of promise. Did just like fools. All right. Well, now speaking of fools, it's time. Who is your nominee for Dummy of the Week?
I do not have a Dummy of the Week nomination. I did scour by usual sites, but I didn't find anybody do anything too stupid other than actually I changed that. I'm gonna go with the Oscars for having the fact that you need to retroactively give Tom Cruise an Oscar when you should have done it 20 freaking years ago. So
Agreed.
yeah.
My nominee are the reporters who thought that Mike Tomlin was going to give them some juicy soundbite when they're like, "So, what did you do? What did you say to Jalen Ramsey after he started punching because Jamar Chase spit at him?" He's like, "I don't have anything to say to somebody if somebody spits at you. Do what comes natural." Like this right here. Oh man, I love Mike Tomlin. He is like my favorite non-Niners associated coach. That dude, he's just like, he keeps it so real. It's funny. And I'm like, absolutely. What are you talking about?
That's one of those things. He's one of those guys. If the Pittsburgh Steelers let him go, everybody's like, what is it going to take to get you, Mike? Because we know you actually can relate to these people. All we need to do is give you a quarterback, and you are good to go. Like, we give you an actual in his prime quarterback, we got no problem. We're winning titles. Like, I mean, that's if you can get Aaron Rodgers, like, I talked to the dude, it was over. I'm like, in. Look, nobody else can get me to play another year. This dude's, I signed up. Like,
absolutely.
Because that statement, they were like, dude, do what comes natural. Like, I'm not going to suspend you next game. Like,
exactly. He wants to suspend you, you knock him out.
Like, as long as you don't cause a riot, we're cool.
Right. Okay, well, I want to scream and shout and let it all out. All right. Well, Bro Shot, thank you as always for joining me. Thank you, Snake Eyes, David Thanos, Mark A, King Collector, Maurice, Philip, Jamelin, Parks, Jail Rick Cage. Let's see.
Ryan Daly,
Henry G, Mark A. Hello. And I said Henry G, King Collector. I think that's everybody. Shout out to our guy, Blake Tarpley, hanging out in Japan. Hopefully, you're still having a good time out there. And I'll be back tomorrow. Michael Solis. Thank you for reminding me. And I'll be back on tomorrow. Another edition of Lost Figure Files with some big news about a big giveaway. So stay tuned. But for now, this episode of Lost Movie Files has been filed.